standards?
Oh, I am proud and I'm happy. I'm a happy man. I think I feel I'm a fortunate man to have been exposed to the British system, to the American system. In British, for example, internal medicine, the Bible is Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
I read the whole Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
In American system, the Bible is Harrison. I read the whole Harrison. The techniques of learning medicine in British while you were in med school are entirely different. They go more applicable knowledge. The American system is superior, is the standard, is one of the best. I'm not saying British is bad. Both are good, but American system is more methodical, more practical.
Mm-hmm.
So being trained in a British medical school, a system in India, because British was the one who created those schools, and being trained in an American residency program, I'm fortunate. That is one of the reasons when I became the founder, when I contacted my senior attending physicians and who were instrumental in developing this program in Windsor, I said we have to develop a program which is a hybrid of both British and American system. That's what we did today.
Now, having completed your family practice residency from a reputed institution, why did you choose not to practice clinical-based medicine?
One thing, Venu, is I graduated in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? After I graduated in 1997, I graduated in July of 97. Right? I became a founder of Windsor University School of Medicine in 3 months after I graduated, which is the December of 97. Right? It was a hectic job. I have to convince the World Health Organization, I have to convince the ECFMG, I have to convince the British Parliament members, I have to convince the government of Turks and Caicos, I have to convince the Governor General there, I have to run the program. All my attending physicians would fund the program, would support in every way. But I, being the youngest physician, they wanted me to do the scut work. So I never had an opportunity to practice medicine here. And by the time I thought of practicing, I will be very honest with you. At that time, the salary of family practice physician at an entry level, if it was $90,000 in a year, I had a very good offer from my attending physicians in running Windsor University. Well, gradually I had to get the hospital contracts for my students. It's a tough job. I have to face each hospital. I have to go in front of the boards. I have to convince them, get the hospital contract. I have to advertise, market, open house, seminars. I went all around the world bringing the students. It's a tough job. And that's one of the reasons I never had an opportunity to practice.
Okay. Is it true that you are planning to establish a boarding school in Michigan with an intention to open up the admission rate at Windsor?
As I said, when I quit medicine and I came into the field of education, after successfully doing this program in the university, my interest was more into schools. So I became a board of director on Western Medical College, I became a board of director on Midwest College. I had always wanted to switch to something else. Like I wanted to pick up students who want to go into medicine right at the high school 10th grade level. So I approached the city, government of the city of Horton Lake in Michigan, and I told them that I would like to develop a program, just like I developed the American-British curriculum in the med school. I wanted to develop another academy called American and British Academy. Okay, so I wanted to bring the British ideology and also an American ideology into training the students at the high school level. So I became instrumental. I developed the board, and I became a board of director of American British Academy. It's called ABA, and the ABA bought the buildings of the high schools of the government of state of Michigan public schools, and the American British Academy will be starting in those schools shortly. We are developing a good program there.
So your main line of business is medical education. Then is it true that you are venturing into many non-medical education-based businesses?
Yes, it is true. I have my interests in several fields. It's just not education. My mother actually basically is her family is basically into industries and is basically into business. So I always had a passion. My passion is to create some things, just like Windsor or American British Academy. So I want to create something. I enjoy that. I want to try new things. And one thing I wanted to create, I wanted to do, in addition to schooling only for high school graduates or only for medical schools, I wanted to develop an art school. That's the reason I developed a film school and called Bollywood Campus. It's on a beautiful area. It's on a beautiful land of 30 acres in Frankfurt City. It's 50,000 square foot building. We're developing a nice Bollywood campus there. We want to train the students to learn camera, how to operate a camera, how to direct a film, choreography. That's another field I have interest in. So that's my hobby, and I'm going to play a role in the developing that school.
Okay.
And also, I also am interested in developing food industry. So I became a board of director. I am a founder of also a donuts called Dr. Donuts. You may ask why. You know, one of my employee, two reasons, okay, why I did that. It's very interesting. Just a story for you. If you have time, I'll tell you. One of my employee became a diabetic, and he said that, you know, Dr. Gaddam, why I became diabetic? It is because of the donuts. So I said, why? He said, I came new to this country, and when I came new to this country, I thought it's easy to eat donut. So every day I would buy a strawberry donut, a coconut donut. I ate for 2 years, and then ultimately my sugars were up, and I think. Then I said, you know, we wish we had low-fat, no-fat donuts, low-calorie donuts. That was the only reason I did that. Then what happened was, when I was in Michigan doing the orientation, it so happened that there was no donut store there. So because whenever I start the orientation, I give the students donuts, some coffee, some orange juice and all, there was no donut store. Then I said, I asked them to bring some donuts. They said, there's no donut store in this town. So I said, then open a donut store. That's how it started. So what do you name the donut store as? He said, put Dr. Donuts. So that's how it stayed. And Dr. Donuts will be, the credit goes to, you know, the no-fat donuts ideology. And I hope all the doctors will support this. I'm proud that the name doctor is there on the donuts. We are trying. I'm instrumental in developing a low-fat, no-fat donuts.
Okay. Now, is it true that you have some interest in political arena too, and recently you ran for Indian Parliament?
Yes, I am from the family of politics, and my family is my family is very close to the Gandhi family, the Nehru and Sonia Gandhi and Indira Gandhi family. My father's brother was the Minister for Finance and Parliamentarian for a long time. He's a very close associate of the Gandhi family. My aunt was also the Member of Parliament, and right at the time of Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, as you know, the first Prime Minister of India, came to our house, and we have been in the politics, in power actually from the Congress Party for a long time. So I always had interest in politics, and I ran for the parliament, and I lost the parliament elections in 2009, and I'm going to run in 2014 again.
Oh, excellent. Recently I have seen some student feedback compiled by Dr. Sandeep. Have you seen this feedback? And if so, what is your comment on that?
I looked at the feedback which Dr. Sandeep has collected for the World Times Online. He has shown it to me. There were students who were making negative comments and positive comments. I like that. You know, as a matter of fact, I told Dr. Sandeep it's good. It's some students praise us, some students criticize us. It's a constructive criticism, students who did that. We have to learn. I want to get more student testimonials. I want to know more from students how best we can do, what best we can do to improve the program. So I like that idea, and I am going to, of course they did it for World Time